I hear tell Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi will be honored as a newsmaker sometime in November, I suppose, by the press systems and the media, so to say. Um, I am urging Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, though I'm a small voice, not to go there. Not to go there. Mkhwanazi is not your cheap media newsmaker who are going to report to their bosses in the overseas headquarters of theirs that they have honored this man and all that. Mkhwanazi need more work to do than honors. He will be honored one day by South Africans, not the press. The press has long failed. It failed people like Agri Cluster. They had to, when he was writing a Monday column, they had to make him editor-in-chief and told him not to write a column anymore. And this was revealed by Don Matera at Agri's funeral. So this is my starting point. Mkhwanazi, don't go to that gimmick party. Don't go there. It's below your dignity. Now, first time I came across Nigerians at close range is when I was working for the South African Council of Churches in the Tshwane area, district or whatever it's called. And I was dishing out food parcels for the refugees at the St. Mary's Cathedral in Pretoria. And most of the refugees there I knew were from Burundi, and there was a sprinkling of others, including two Pakistani guys who knocked at my door one early morning, well dressed and neat, and they said to me, we have come to the Council of Churches. We are from Pakistan. I said, why? Why you come? He says, we are refugees who are being persecuted by the non-Christians. In my heart immediately said to myself, if most of your people are non-Christian and they have a religion, why don't you swim along with your people? And I gave them an address in Johannesburg, and I didn't have much to say to them because they were smart, well-dressed, and so on, and they think I should entertain some Christian refugees. No, we didn't ask for people's religions when we were feeding them out there. But then there was an incident where I also, on the side, I ran an internet cafe. And I happened, because of my non-experience with technical issues, I found myself employing one of the Nigerian young fellow who always called me, sir, sir, sir. And I think that's why I hate to be called sir so much. I stop everybody who says sir to me or Misty. I'm not Misty Kintate Vilagazi. I'm not a sir. I don't wear a British title. And this reminds me of, I think it was Eddie Grant, who refused a grant also from Queen Elizabeth. He said, no, we need more than this. We need reparations in our motherland. I'm not going to get a recognition prize from you. Eddie Grant, who sings that wonderful song, give me love, Johanna, give me hope, Johanna, give me hope, Johanna. And really, then this Nigerian fellow would follow me where I was going to dish out the food parcels. And then when we got there, more than 200 people would be in the church hall there. And he would be aloof from them, all of them aloof. And I openly asked him, why are you so aloof? You are not even interacting with people. You are not even greeting them. He said, sir, We don't have to like each other. The British don't like the Germans. The Germans don't like the Russians. Why should we love each other? We don't love. He was very brutally frank with me. Then I got to know that, wow, there's no Ubuntu there in their culture. And I understood why they influenced our culture to a point that they could not protect and reveal today who killed Mbuyiseni, uh, the fellow Mbuyiseni who carried Hector Peterson to hospital after he had been shot. Nigeria swallowed him up. I think they did some ritual magic on his flesh because he was able to evade apartheid afterwards. So they never said to us what happened. The ANC has never said we must celebrate this hero of our time. They've never. They've just ignored him. They've just ignored his story. The Nigerian ANC, very deep Nigerian, they have never told us what happened to Tsietsi Mashinini, for instance. Never told us that. Who was supposed to be under the guardianship of a custody of Miriam Makeba at the time of his death. Even Miriam Makeba never came to sing a song commemorating Tsietsi Mashinini. And she never said anything. She was just mum because they were made Marxist. Their hearts were turned to be Marxist. When the Boers said, the Marxist we don't want here, they were almost very close to the truth about as compared to their ruthlessness. We didn't know that the Marxists will be so surreptitiously and silently ruthless when the Boers were overtly, they are covertly ruthless. And we never understood that. I was shocked just a few days ago to learn from a young lady who's about 24 now that they never did history at school. I said, my goodness, you never did history? With us, people, we all learned history. Whoever was produced out of that system, the Agri-Clastes, the Percy Kobozas, the Don Materas, everybody, the Winnie Mandelas, whoever was produced out of our schools became a good national leader because they knew history. I was groomed by my mother with history at home as much as I was getting history at school. And it is a known fact that some teachers used to sneak in history knowledge to the children. Today, who will sneak in history knowledge to the children because there's no history, and it is done deliberately to zombify our people and talk technology and so on. That's why our young people are now only learning from this apparatus that I am having in hand, and nothing from history. They don't know nothing about their history. And some of them get surprised. Well, I cannot even talk any history with them. So this nigger, Nigerian nigger, used to carry my bag whenever we went there. Every time he made sure he carries my bag. Sir, I will carry it for you. Sir, I had never had, even as a clergyman, I had never had a gosa, which is steward, carry my bag for me. Not one. But this Nigerian rubbish was carrying my bag all the time. And I was embarrassed. I didn't have the guts then. It is around 2003 and 2005, 2002, 2005. Whenever I went to my car and my wife went to the car, He carried the bags. Sir, sir, madam. When we had to catch the bus, he carried the bag and stood at the, my goodness. And yet he never loved any other person out of Africa. Of course, among those refugees, there were no Nigerians, because you know it is after the Burundi massacres, and there were more Burundians than anybody else. But this nigger was an drug economy agent, and so he would not bother. I'm not sure how many drugs did he sell under the table in my internet cafe. He was highly educated in technology and so on. Then I met another one who was a friend of his, more sensible. He said me straight to the face, he said, you know what, sir, the problem with this country is that your men and your young men spend more time drinking. You drink too much. In Nigeria, you can never be allowed to drink because you will be drunk out in a nightclub. When you come back home, you might find that your child died overnight when you were absent, and there are no ambulances in Nigeria like you have here. I said, yeah. He said, yes. He says, like pap, you people are eating pap. That is poison. And then I learn, and that's how they are fat, and they are always drinking beer, and you guys eat pap. Then I began to learn about issues like tofu or something like that. And I try them, and whenever I can get hold of them, I will still try them. If Nigerians leave this country, let them leave some, is that called tofu, something like that. Let them leave it behind so that we can feast upon it. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, that guy told me the truth, that you are drunk. That's why the Marxist government under Thabo Mbeki knew that we are always drunk. We'll never question anything. We will never even ask our children what subjects are they doing at school, because we are drunk. This monster, Thabo Mbeki and company, and others who are standing up now to defend drug laws and so on, like Matthew Posa, they had their minds poisoned by Marxism. And Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma, when they came back from exile, they said, no, we are no more Marxists. Oh, wait a minute. And most of us believe that Chris Hani was killed for his Marxist ideas, not only by the Polish guy and the Darby Louis person, but also a strong hand of the ANC to eliminate him. It might have been a political strategy on their part. It might have been something to that effect, which I would never know the ins and out of, the nitty-gritties. I would never even know. Nobody will ever. It's only now that these fellows who are from exile are beginning to talk. Even my friend David Murudu that I met in Pretoria when we worked for a government agency with him, um, is only that group is only talking now about what used to happen, how they were ill-treated, how their dignity was destroyed, how they were carted back to Pretoria, their comrades, to be hung and so on. Where's Mbuyisa Makubo? Where's Mbuyisa Makubo? Whatever happened to him when Thabo Mbeki was very close to the Nigerians. Why C.C. Mashinini's death is such a secrecy up till today. And you want me, because I have this Ubuntu, I'm a Christian, actually a former Christian not not completely with my heart in it for some 37 years, not completely in it, but as something that I could use to teach people. I had to have a platform every Sunday. And most of my people knew that my sermons were not biblical twaddle, they were empowering. I was not, you know what I mean? So I'm proud of what I did through the Christian church, the Christian religion. Not so much Christian religion, because I've never been religious, the Christian church. I use the platform of the Christian church, which Thabo Mbeki, who's some kind of headquarters, like SACC ecumenical headquarters, Thabo Mbeki destroyed with breakfasts, fortnight breakfast at Mahlaba Ndlovu. And his biggest tool was Frank Chikani, who organized the church leaders. There was one of them who was an Anglican bishop in Pretoria, Josie Walker of Black Consciousness Movement.